Hello, welcome back. Today I am bringing you a top to toe Pilates tone. So when you're ready, get a little bit of space and let's get ready to go. Just very quickly, if we haven't met before, my name is Emma. Guide Dog Archie is sunbathing at the side. He might join us. And I do try to audio describe everything for anyone that's blind, visually impaired like myself, or if you want to take a little screen break. But I find it also helps us to connect to our other senses a little bit more when we kind of switch off from looking all the time. But yes, let's get standing. So come up to a nice tall standing position where your feet are about fist distance apart. And we'll stand lovely and tall. Taking a moment to take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, settling into your space. Feeling the belly button gently pulling away from your clothing. On your next exhale, nod your chin to the chest and start to take a roll up and over the legs, peeling off of this imaginary sticky wall as you roll down to your feet, bending your knees if you need to. Letting your arms hang over like a rag doll and then slowly rolling back up, sending your tailbone down towards your heels, restacking bone by bone. We'll go again. We start to roll down, up and over the legs, letting the arms relax. As you roll forwards towards the feet, bend your knees slightly, and then slowly roll all the way up, bone by bone, to standing. On this last one, we're going to roll down about halfway, slightly bending your knees, placing the hands just above the legs as we take a standing cat and cow. So we round the spine up, scoop the abdominals to the chest. Tuck the head, tuck the tailbone under, and then lift the chest, lift the tailbone, extend up. And then we go again, we round, and we extend, just allowing our back to settle into the movement. Maybe closing your eyes and just feeling, noticing how the back is feeling today. If there's any tight areas. Good. When you're ready, roll all the way up and over the legs and just start to pedal through the feet, getting out some clicks. If you can't reach the floor and you don't feel stable to do this, just bend and straighten the knees. Good. And then when you're ready, soften the knees all the way down, coming into a high kneeling position. So if you need to pad up your knees a little bit more, then do. And if you prefer to just do the arms that I'm about to do in a different position, that's fine. But coming up onto the knees so that you are lifting nice and tall. And you've got this nice flush line through the entire body, so you're not sinking into your back. You're ever so slightly tucking the pelvis under, so your pelvis, your thighs are in line. And from here, we're going to reach our arms out in front to about shoulder height, palms facing down. And we're going to start to hinge the body back from the knees. And then we come up and we squeeze our elbows back behind us. So we create this capital E shape or right angle each side of our body as we come up tall. We push the arms forwards as we hinge back. We squeeze the arms back as we come forwards. So the arms stay up at shoulder height. Palms stay facing down. But we just squeeze, bend the elbows back as we come upright, and the fingers stay facing forward. So if I turn to the side, we're not leaning just the upper body, we're not hinging at the hips, we're tucking under, we're going straight from the knees, and then we squeeze to come up. So we're just starting to feel the arms working, the thighs, the abdominals. Squeeze it back here. Good. Stay here for a moment. Open the arms out so they're in this cactus, capital E. Everything from the shoulder to the elbows in line. And then the fingers point up where the elbows are bending. And we squeeze our arms together in front of us. And then we open back out. Squeeze the arms together in front of the face. And then open back out, trying to keep those right angles, trying to stay nice and tall in this kneeling position, feeling your glutes squeezing. Imagining you're a little turtle in its shell, and even as you open your arms, you stay tucked in your shell, you don't push the head forwards. Let's just go a couple more times. Really add power into the arms. So we're not just opening and closing, we're really working them. Good, and then bring the arms together and let the arms rest down. Good. I'm going to turn to the side and we're going to step our right foot forwards. I might go so that I'm going to move across so I can use the wall for some support. So if you need the wall for balance, that's fine. So we step our right foot forward so that our ankle is right underneath our knee. We're in this proposal position. Back leg hasn't changed. It's in the same high kneeling position. Good, and we're going to find, let me shuffle forwards. We're going to find this nice lifted position through the rest of the body. Good, when you're ready, lift your arms up and out, up to the ceiling so that the arms are by the sides of your ears. Now you can either stay here or you're going to tuck your back toes under as your arms push down back by your side, back behind you, palms facing back. And we're going to do little pulses through the arms, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. So you might just be hovering the knee. And we're doing our variation on the 100 exercise, but we're just going to go for 50. If you need to rest the knee at any time, that's okay. And as you squeeze back, you're really pulsing through the arms. Good, feeling this control. Just go one more round here for me. Good, and then hold the arms back for a minute, squeeze, and then lift the arms all the way up by the side of your ears and just give me little pulses. The knee comes down to the mat, you lift back up. Knee comes down, you come back up. I'm getting cramp, carry on with that. 4, 3, 2. Now either stay hovered or rest the knee down as you reach both arms in front at shoulder height. We're going to open the right arm and twist towards that front leg out to the side. And then we come back to face the front. So we've got this lovely rotation. Shoulders away from the ears. We're grounding into the front foot, the back foot. And just do that one last time. Maybe the back knee is hovered for that little bit more challenge. Good, come back to the center. Step the front foot in front or the back foot to the front. Stand nice and tall, take a roll down, up and over the legs. And we start to pedal through the feet. And then this time we step our right leg back so the left foot is in front. Again, we plant the foot down so the ankle is underneath the knee. Back knee is underneath the hip. And we lift the arms all the way up by the sides of our ears. Maybe we tuck the back toes and we hover the knee, or maybe stay with the back knee down as you swish your arms back and you start to pulse the arms back. Palms are facing back behind you, you're squeezing them just past your hips, and we breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. Again, maybe the back knee is hovered just an inch or 2 off the mat. And as you pulse the arms, maybe close your eyes and just feel that little breeze going through the arms, through the hands. Feel like you're squeezing a pencil between the shoulder blades. And you're trying to keep the rest of the body nice and still as you pulse those arms. Good, when you're ready, lift those arms all the way up by the sides of your ears. If you haven't already, lift the back knee. And we're gonna come up a little bit more and then lower the back knee down. Come up a little bit more, lower the back knee down. Up a little bit, and lower. Let's go 3, 2, pulling the abdominals in. Now either stay hovered or rest the knee down as you reach both arms in front at shoulder height. We're gonna open the right arm and twist towards that front leg out to the side. And then we come back to face the front. So we've got this lovely rotation. Shoulders away from the ears. We're grounding into the front foot, the back foot. And just do that one last time. Maybe the back knee is hovered for that little bit more challenge. Good, come back to the center. Step the back foot to the front, take a roll all the way down. Up and over the legs. Good, step yourself back so you're on your hands and knees. And again, you might want to pad up the mat and change things if this is not comfortable. But if you can, you're going to spread your hands nice and wide underneath your shoulders. And you're going to make sure that your shoulders are not rounding, but you're not sinking into them either. Somewhere in the middle. Pull your belly button up and in and find a nice flat back. When you're ready, we're going to bend our elbows towards our knees as we take our nose over our hands, and then you push back up. carry on with that as I move the microphone. So you're bending the elbows back towards the knees as the upper body goes over the hands, and then you push back up. So it's this little tricep dip, carry on with that. But we're very mindful with the dip. We're pressing through all parts of the hands. We're not sinking or rounding into the shoulders or staying in that neutral position. We're trying to get the weight over the hands as the elbows bend in and push back up. And just go one last time here. Push back up and then sit all the way back to your heels for a moment. Maybe give the wrists a rotate. And then slowly roll up to a nice tall seated position and just swivel the legs around. Good, so we're gonna come back either now back onto our forearms, so elbows underneath the shoulders, you're down on your sit bones, or you're gonna come up. So your hands are slightly resting back behind your hips, fingertips are pointing forwards. It's up to you, but your knees are gonna bend and your feet are gonna be flat on the mat. The feet aren't too close, they're not too far away, like a nice right angle. And you're gonna slightly tuck your pelvis under and find a scoop through those abdominals and through that back. And then you're gonna float one leg up to tabletop where the shin is parallel to the ceiling, and then place that foot back down. And then go on the other side, lift the other leg to tabletop. Slowly come back down. Again, you can be on your forearms, just making sure we're not sinking into the shoulders, we're pressing them down and away. If this feels okay, you're gonna lift one leg to tabletop, keep it there. Pull the abdominals in so your back doesn't arch as you lift the second leg. And then we tap the toes down and lift back up. We tap the toes down to the floor, we lift back up. Now as you do this, we're not just bending at the knees, we're moving right from the thigh bone, the shin, and maybe we're up here doing it as well. Good. Keeping your legs up in tabletop if both legs are up. If you were doing one leg at a time, maybe have the feet down. I'll show both options. And lower yourself all the way down onto your back. Interlacing your hands behind your head, having the thumbs run down your neck. So again, feet may be down if you need to be. Elbows are not completely out to the side, they're not completely hugged in, they're just somewhere in the middle. And you're pulling your abs away from your clothing, you have this natural curve for your back, nothing too extreme. As you nod your chin to the chest until there's a fist distance between your chin and chest, and then it's your chest peeling up to meet your thighs, and then lower. If you can't lift the head for any reason, neck, back or shoulder pain, just go back to the toe taps we were just doing. You can join in with the next bit. So I'm going to show the option if the feet are down. We're going to reach the right leg nice and long, making sure our back doesn't arch. And as we crunch up, we bend that knee into a tabletop position. And then we lengthen that leg back down as the head lowers. So the knee bends in, so the leg goes back to tabletop as we crunch up. The leg extends as we lower down. You're going to do 5 on each leg. Now, if both legs are up, you can just alternate for me. So, leg goes long, down toward the floor. The lower you take it, the more challenging. As it comes back up, we come up into a curl up. We lower the head down, other leg extends out. We come back up into a curl up. Other leg extends, and we curl up. Again, you can always come down, have a stretch, have the feet back down. You might want to do the crunches on their own. Either way, we're just going to go a few more times on each side. Whichever option you're going for. Feeling those abs working. 4. And 3. Let's go 2. And last one. Stay up on this last one. Legs either in tabletop or the feet down on the floor. You take one hand, so take the right hand, loop it across to the outside of the left leg and peel that right shoulder off the mat. Come back to the center, hand goes behind the head. Or you peel up and over, left arm goes by the side of the right thigh. You peel the left shoulder off the mat. We come back to center doing this little twist. Feet maybe down. Or you may find you're doing your toe taps, even your Pilates march on its own. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back in, hug the knees in, rest down. I did loads of this the last 2 days, practicing different routines for filming today, and my abs are killing. So you might feel your abs tomorrow, but it's a nice little burn actually. Okay, last little bit, let's do a bridge. So you're gonna bend your knees in so your feet are flat on the mat, knees are heels underneath the knees. Let the back of the head rest to the mat, let the shoulders open out, and let the hips, hands settle on the hips. Slowly tuck your pelvis under so you flatten your back, feeling those deep abdominals pulling in as you open your shoulders wide. And then slowly release your spine back to a natural curve. Just doing that a couple more times, rolling the hips in towards us, tuck the pelvis under. And release. So on the next one, we start to roll up, we flatten the back. We lift our tailbone and we peel each part of the spine like a sticker up, bone by bone, until the hips are lifted all the way up. You've created this ramp, so someone will be able to walk down from your knees to your chest. And then you slowly roll down from the upper back to the middle back, finding a flat back, and back to a nice natural curve. We go again, we flatten the back. We slowly roll up into our bridge. Press the hips up to the ceiling. The neck should be nice and free. And then slowly roll back down. We're going to add a little bit more to this if you want to. We roll up into our bridge. As we stand into our bridge, we take our arms now up and over the head to the floor behind us, feeling the backs of the hands on the floor. And then we slowly roll down as the arms stay there, feeling like someone's putting your arms one way as your body rolls down the other way, and then the arms can come back by your side. Let's do that just a couple more times, peeling up bone by bone into our bridge. Taking the arms up and over, power through those arms. And then maybe close your eyes and just feel the movement as you ripple down. Arms come back over your head. And on this last one, we're going to stay up for the last little bit. We come up into our bridge and we hold onto our hips as we roll onto the outside of our right foot, open the right knee out to the side and then squeeze back to center. We go to the other side, we open the left knee and rolling onto the outside of the left foot, come back to center. Equally, if you need your hips down, you want to do this with the hips down, that's fine. Either way, we're finding complete stillness through our hips, through the rest of the body, feeling the outside of the legs, the glutes working. Coming back, let's just go one more time to each side. Try not to let those hips move. Come back to center with the legs. Take the arms up and over the head to the floor behind us. Slowly rolling down bone by bone. And then hug your knees into the chest. Having a little rock from side to side, back and forth. Giving your legs a little rotate. Let's come into a full body stretch. Reach from the fingers all the way down to our toes. Give the wrists, give the ankles a little rotate. And then bring the soles of your feet together, open the knees. Allow the arms to open out to the side and just take a moment to let the hips open out. The arms to open. Taking a couple of deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, just like we did at the beginning. Breathing nice and freely now. Stay here for as long as you need, but otherwise you may want to start making your way up as you are done. I'll leave another video on the screen if you want to do some stretches and some breath work. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next week for another one. Take care. Bye.